catching that little side draft. The 13 is on to the 12, trying to get that momentum coming out of the turn 4.
And this is going to be a four-way battle for the lead now, possibly even a five-way if Chad
Oh,
McGinley gives up a
three-way for the
three
lead
wide
right
for the
now.
lead.
Oh, they touch. All three of them touch. Oh, who's going
Almost
to?
four
Oh,
wide.
oh, my Lord.
They are four wide, ladies and gentlemen, there for
Oh,
just
I'm
a
about
moment.
to not mean it.
My word, still three wide.
Bobby with a power move to take the lead.
He definitely put a power move, and this is, of course, with now, I do believe, coming to 8 laps to go.
Again, we got 3 playoff drivers up here racing like it's the first race of the season, trying to get that first win.
Oh,
Ooh,
Stephen Hayes
Steven
into
comes
the
up and hits the
wall.
wall.
And that is going to make him lose quite a number of positions here. As you see, Chad McGinley moves up to 4. Stephen possibly going to see if he can hold off Ricky Hudgens here. But Mantle right now in control, but Joshua Slade tries to wrangle the control out of his hands as here comes Slade to the bottom in 1 and 2. Not able to get the pass, though. Mantle able to get the run out of 2. What does Michael Hayes have to say about this as he tries to get to the bottom of the 12, not quite able to get there?
Oh, Chad gets. Ooh, wow, you're about to go 3 wide for 4th place.
That they are, as we see Stephen Hayes battling with Chad McGinley as well as Ricky Hudgens. And this is getting so exciting. My heart rate is high. I can't imagine how high the heart rates are of these drivers down there on the track.
Oh,
Bobby Mantle driving away.
I would love to be on the track right behind and just watch this unfold from a driver's sense.
Michael Hayes to the inside of the 12, side by side, as we have a really good view here from Ricky Hudgens' roof cam. And right behind it, watching it, Michael Lester just got his wish fulfilled. And what a view. This is a perfect view to see this race ahead. As you see Stephen Hayes trying to recover. Went from almost about to win the race, pretty much almost a sure thing for him to win the race earlier, but that caution changed absolutely everything. And now Bobby Mantle has a half a second gap back to Michael Hayes. Of course, Slade, though, still in the running, trying to see if he can run his way up, back up to Michael Hayes. But McGinley has also been showing some speed. These at the top guys, I think, have the short run pace. 3 wide right now for this just a moment. Justin LeBlanc trying to see if he can get his share of some positions here. But here we go. Coming to, I do believe, 3 laps to go. And Bobby Mantle in control.
Michael Hayes, who's sitting second in points right now, battling, trying to get the lead away from Bobby Mantle that sits in first in the point standing. So good points day for these two guys.
Yeah, 100%. Of course, Bobby Mantle in the points lead right now, trying to hold off and possibly stay in that points lead if he can win this race. But then again, I mean, later in this run, it seems like Michael has the best pace. I mean, looking at lap time, Michael Hayes was the fastest car on the track that last time by. As we come closer and closer to 2 laps to go, what is Mantle willing to do? I mean, I'm assuming he's going to try to make that car 5 wide by himself. You can definitely tell that these guys are somewhat driving in their mirrors, you know, trying to keep these guys from getting the optimal line. But what can you do? What is Michael willing to do to go to victory lane?
It looks like he was looking on that top side coming into the turns 3 there for just a second, see if he can make something happen out there. But thinks better of it and drops back down to the lower side.
And of course, Michael Hayes has been really close to victory here a lot this season. A lot of them have gotten away from him. A lot of times when he finishes second, he's very disappointed. So we'll have to see how this kind of plays out as we see the white flag is going to be waving here as Bobby Mantle crosses the line as the leader. Will he finish as the leader, though, is the question.
I'm not sure, but I don't think Mike has enough run to make anything happen. So as long as Bobby,
Oh,
oh, Stephen Hayes gets loose, which just kind of closes the door for anything to happen on his last turn. Well, I almost lost my voice there.
I think that's Michael Hayes, of course, who got really loose there. And he's going to, I do believe, yeah, that's going to be his opportunity. And side by side, though, for third, and it looks like Slade is going to get that third spot just barely, as McGinley had really tried to pounce on that position. But Bobby Mantle crossed the line as your winner. Really wasn't in contention to win this race earlier, especially on the longer runs. The at the top guys were not as good as the Lone Star drivers, but he was able to capitalize when it counted. And Bobby Mantle goes to victory lane, and of course, he is going to keep the points lead. Now, this is a good thing for Mantle, considering you want to go into Talladega as a winner. You don't want to have to go and be desperate for points. So I think Mantle is going to be a little bit safer at Dega, as he does a big burnout here, of course, to start our Martin Sports winning moment.
Yeah, exactly what you said. Going into Dega, he can feel a little bit more safer, so he can probably do a little bit more stuff. He's not really worried about the points and falling outside of the top 9, so he can push it a little bit more at Talladega if he wants to, and not have to really worry if he crashes, he's going to lose anything.
Definitely a good point. Of course, that concludes our Martin Sports winning moment. I want to give a shout out to Martin Sports. Of course, they're a family-owned apparel company in Michigan's Upper Peninsula. They've been open for a decade and proved to be the best provider of custom apparel. Whether you need apparel for your local sports team, your business, special event, maybe you have a family reunion or something you want to make some custom shirts for. They're definitely a really good provider of those kind of things for you. Of course, not only that, but Martin Sports also is a major brand in sim racing